Holy fuck. Oh my god, I hate this barbell. I never get good fucking workouts in my home gym. What's up, family? It's Nick Wright, the only kid in the world who has to end up in his car just to go work out in his home gym in the basement. What? But it's only because I'm grabbing the auxiliary cord so I can plug it into the stereo system downstairs. I'm going to attempt a deadlift today. I don't know how today's going to go. If I was smart, I would take today off, just let myself rest all the way through the weekend. It's Friday, by the way. Pick it back up on Monday, and that's when I'd obviously restart my training cycle leading up to my powerlifting meet. But I'm not that smart, and I didn't do that well in school. So what I'm going to do today is try deadlifting. Because yesterday was supposed to be my real deadlift day. Today was supposed to be my bench day, but I already planned to take today off from benching, just to give my shoulders a break. Just felt like I needed it, just reading my body, listening to my body. I'm being smart there. So I'm taking today off of benching. That way I can be nice and fresh starting this this prep for the meet. And then yesterday I was supposed to squat, and I was supposed to deadlift, and I was supposed to do 425 for a set of 3, and then 435 for a set of 2 on squats, and then deadlift like 2 heavy sets of like 475 or something like that. And then next week I would have tapered up to 455 area, and then I would have tapered up to a PR, which was scheduled to be 475. But I was really, really dumb, and since I'm cutting this program short, I'm only on week 4. Well, this is the very end of week 4, and I'm ending it at week 4, and I'm restarting the program tomorrow so I can peak for, Monday, wow, so I can peak for my prep. I decided to get arrogant. I was like, hey, let me just try PRing on squats real quick. Let me just hit that 475 right now, today. Even though I'd already trained legs earlier in the week. Mistake number 1, because you never PR when you're not fresh. Always PR fresh into the week. And then 2, I had only been doing like the 425 weight range, 405 to 425 for sets. I had been nowhere near my singles yet, and I've been nowhere near 475 yet. So I jumped 2 weeks ahead and tried 475, and it didn't work out too well for me. God. And then deadlifts went horrible too. I tried 405 and it felt like a PR. Like I literally got it for like 1 rep and then dropped it. Does that feel heavy? So the smart thing to do would be just to rest today all the way through the weekend. But I'm really, really itching to deadlift since yesterday didn't go well. So I'm going to deadlift in my basement and just get a little bit of a deadlift workout in. I don't think higher frequency is a bad thing at all, as long as you can feel that you're not burning yourself out. And I definitely don't feel burnt out. Yesterday wasn't a burnout. It was just, I just jumped the shark in my programming, which was dumb on me. But yeah, that's it, man. So if you hear weird background noises, it's the TV upstairs. But it's always important, I say this like it's something everybody should do regularly, but if you ever think of it and you get the opportunity to, it's a good idea to weigh your weights out at your home gym, because weights can be very inaccurate. 45-pound plates are very often not 45 pounds, and barbells can be off as well, especially if they're old or they're broken. So we're going to do a little weighing today. I don't know if I'm going to weigh all my weights because that just sounds exhausting, but there's a couple of fishy looking plates that we're going to weigh specifically, and we'll check out the barbell. So like this 25-pound plate here is actually 27 pounds. See what I'm saying? Weights are oftentimes not accurate. So since this ceiling is too low for us to stand the barbell straight up and down, we're actually going to keep this plate on here and then throw the barbell on top of it. So all the weight of the barbell will be on there, and then we'll just subtract the weight of the 27 pounds from whatever the total is, and that'll be our barbell. 71.4 minus the 27-pound plate that we just had on there. So 44.5 pounds. So this bar is pretty damn accurate. It's half a pound shy of 45 pounds, which is the standard Olympic weight. That's why powerlifting meets use all calibrated barbells and calibrated plates. So we got a pretty much legit 45-pound barbell here. So that's good to go. So this plate right here, this 45-pound Gold's Gym plate, is 44.4 pounds. So that's pretty much a 45-pound plate. Pretty much as accurate as you're going to get. 46.2 for the big, thick, old school, fat 45-pound plates. Again, I can live with that. You know, if you're talking within a pound off, I can live with that. It's when you start getting plates that are like 2-3 pounds off that it can really throw you off. See, these are the plates my friend Ricky just brought over, and these are only 41.5-pound plates. That's insane. See, my plates are 45 pounds exactly. These are my original plates. These are actually the first weights that I got ever in my basement. Even back in my teenage days, because I remember I painted the numbers white. And those are actually the dead accurate plates. There's not a whole lot you can do about this discrepancy. I mean, unfortunately, it's just the case for almost all weights in almost every gym. Unless they're calibrated, you know, like the Ivanco weights that they use for powerlifting, those will be accurately weighted and calibrated. Bumper plates tend to be very accurate in weight as well. That's why I use bumper plates all the time, and you guys are always like, Nick, why are you using bumper plates on squats? Is it to look cool? Well, it's one, to mentally prepare myself to see what having bigger plates feels like, so when I actually get under big 45-pound plates, it's not a shock to me mentally. But then two, it's also just because they're the most accurate. I know if I throw in a 10 or 25-pound plate, and if it's a bumper, it's going to be 10 or 25 pounds. It's not going to be, 30 pounds or 12 pounds or whatever. So, but there's not a whole lot you can do. I mean, obviously you're not going to sit there and weigh the plates in your gym. Just deal with it. Just lift. Lift what you can. Just go by them as if they're 45 pounds. If it feels heavy, back off as needed, but don't put too much thought into it. But yeah, just something to be aware of. So if you ever go to another gym and you're like, oh, I always get great lifts in that gym, and you feel weaker every time you go to a different gym, it may not be all in your head. It might be the weights that they have. It's also a good idea not to mix and match weights. Like I wouldn't put this weight on one end of the bar and then this weight on the other end of the bar. Keep like the same type of plates with each other. So used to squats, chalk in the middle of the bar. So, by the way, speaking of squats, got a comment in a recent squat video that I totally forgot to answer, and it was something like, why do you chalk the bar for squats? Like, there's no point in it. And essentially, to answer the question, the point is just to basically allow the bar to better grip your back. It's more for low bar. If you're high bar squatting, it's really not as necessary. When you're low bar, the bar can it's easier to let the bar slide down your back, especially if you start getting sweaty. And if you get too sweaty, your shirt obviously will become wet, and then the bar is more liable to slide down your wet shirt a little bit. And you want to make sure that bar is cemented firmly in your back. So the chalk will just absorb a lot of that moisture and that sweat, making it a drier connection between your sweaty shirt and the barbell, thus giving you a little bit of extra grip. I don't think it honestly helps that much at all. Like, I don't think you'd be fine without chalk, but I just figured, just the extra little bit of grip to absorb some of the moisture when you're sweating can't hurt, especially with a big weight on your back, right? Ugh. So it was that last set of 455 in which I realized that I am particularly weak today. 500 is usually like a clean set of 3, and today it was like for like a hard-ass single. It was kind of hilarious. And you guys saw me pulling 520 like pretty fast and clean at Christian Guzman's gym like 2 months ago. And compare that to how ugly 515 looks today. See? Do a little shimmy with my legs there. Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. But at least we moved some weight around, got the workout in. That's what counts, right? Oh, that's embarrassing. So, story time. That was a little grinder of peace right there with, is that 510 pounds? 515 pounds? Yeah, that was 515. I attempted it like 4 times and I failed, and I think I deleted all the footage. It might have even been like 5 or 6 times. Fuck you! Holy fuck. I don't remember, I've been down here for like an hour. But I failed it like numerous times in a row. So literally I quit and I was discouraged again. I was like, yeah, 2 horrible workouts in a row. And I was like, time to just take the entire weekend off, not even look at the gym. And like I was done. I put everything in my bag, you know, like I had laid down, done all my stretching. I had been done for like a good 35, 45 minutes. I was just picturing like my technique, and then picturing like, you know, my girlfriend Ariana, she always like counts reps and she says mental cues because she trains me all the time so she knows what works for me. And I just imagine like her doing like a video documentary of her doing that to me. Just long story, you know, just imagining things, daydreaming, while getting ready for a show, while getting ready for a meet, you know, get myself mentally amped. And then I was like, yeah, well, what would that be like if she was here throwing me the cues I usually have going on in my head? So I threw on the belt, set the camera up on the little shelf over here. That's why the clip is so cut off. I was like, my head was cut off. I didn't even put the tripod on. Because like I've already tried this, I'm done. Fuck it. Just in case this little cue thing works, let me just have the camera at least rolling. So I threw it on the shelf. Didn't even spend much time getting the angle. Just went. And then I was like, just envision it being 135. Pull it like you pull 135. You're thinking too much. You're trying to get yourself all set up for like this big weight, this and that. Just pull it like you pull 135 off the ground. And I did just that. And it went up. It was slow as hell. So that was just a funny little story, guys. You may just need more rest time in between sets. Also, guys, backgrounding. Some of you guys probably think I background. So I want to show you guys this. No homo, no awkwardness. I hate the word no homo. I think it's offensive, number one. And I think it's like kind of ridiculous. I feel like you have to be pretty insecure to say it. But literally just so you guys feel better. I don't care. I did bodybuilding for 8 years. I have no shame. But I want to show you guys this. Max Tuning pointed out to me last time we hung out that I have very high set erectors. So I don't know if you're going to be able to see it right here. But see, with a very neutral back, that's actually more than neutral. It's like almost hyperextended. If I keep that same posture and I just pivot at the hips, see how much my lower back juts out at the bottom? You picture a 13 millimeter belt over that lumbar region. And when I'm pulling with a shirt on, it's going to look like I'm rounding my lower back like crazy. But that's not lower back rounding. As you can see, my upper back is still, that's just my erectors popping out. So, just wanted to clarify that. Big sure sign. Apologize, guys. I get my shirt on for you. None of you should have to see that. Sure sign that you're not rounding your lower back is you won't feel any pain in your lower back. If your lower back feels like stupid sore, not moderately sore, I'm saying like you're using your lower back too much. But if you feel it all in your glutes, hands, legs, you know, and your back just feels a little, you know, well worked, which is what mine does, you're good to go. Subscribe now and like this video for peace and prosperity, please.